Prize Picks, another episode brought to you by our brothers at Prize Picks. And look, if you're a supporter of the podcast, I'd appreciate it if you supported our promo code. Go to Prize Picks, use that promo code Bootleg right now. Play a $5 lineup, you get to play $50. Play 5, get 50 in lineups. It's that easy. Now, what is Prize Picks? First of all, it's football season. Why not watch football while making cash? It makes everything so much more fun. Trust me when I say it. You put together a lineup, all right, you're going to pick more than or less than. See, you got to get the schematics right. Maybe a touchdown, a certain amount of yards, a certain amount of receiving yards, rushing yards, passing yards, whatever it is, you put your lineup together, you win cash. And this week's lineup, don't forget to use the promo code Bootleg when you sign up. Play $5, get $50 in lineups. I like Dak Prescott against the Jets more than 5.5 rushing yards. We like that. I like Bryce Young, who's had a rough year, but he's playing the Miami Dolphins defense, which is a joke. And this feels like Bryce Young might get benched for Andy Dalton if he doesn't ball out here. So I'm going to go more than 195.5 yards passing. Then we're going to go to the Giants and Saints game. The Saints are an atrocious football team, even though they seem to hang around in every game that they play in. Give me the rookie boys. I'm talking about Cam Scatterbo, more than 65.5 rushing yards. And I like Jackson Dart, more than 41.5 rushing yards. And then finally, the hometown hero, my boy Kyler Murray. Yes, sir, Mighty Mouse. More than 31.5 rushing yards against the Tennessee Titans, the worst team in the NFL. Try that lineup. And then follow me on Prize Picks at Bootleg Kev. Don't forget, use the promo code Bootleg. Prize Picks, download it, support the podcast, and let's get into a new episode. Bootleg Kev podcast. We got a special guest here, returning guest, Joy Taylor.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me back.
Of course. We had a good time. I don't know, it was like 2 years ago, something like that. But
yeah.
Welcome back. How's everything? Obviously, you are, I guess you're a free agent now. Is that what you would say? I feel like you're kind of like doing you now. Like you have your own platform, your own shit going. Like, how's everything right now with you?
Everything's good, actually. I feel a little like when friends ask me how I'm doing. You ever go through something and you're coming out of it and you have like this anxiety about saying things are good? Yeah. That's the stage I'm at right now where I'm like, I'm good. Like I am good. I'm good. I am good. I need to practice saying that,
like you're okay,
and affirming that I'm okay and that I'm good. But I am good. Two personals been great. It's been a stretch for me, like creatively and as a personality, because it's such a step outside of sports. And anyone who knows me well, vulnerability is not my strong suit.
Right.
And when you're talking about life and politics and relationships and sex and love and family and trauma, like you have to be vulnerable if you're going to really connect with the audience. So it's been kind of a therapeutic practice for me also to learn how much of myself in that space I'm going to share, because in the sports space, I've always respected that when people are coming to me for sports, that's what they're coming to me for. They don't want to care. They don't really care how I take my grilled cheese sandwiches.
Right.
So it's been fun. And yeah, being a free agent is also fun. There's a lot that's coming down the pipeline. I have been strategic about not just jumping to the next thing.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, it's almost like your ego wants you to like bounce back super quick for the public perception. Like, look, I moved on. I got a new thing. Think something was waiting for me, but I feel like you got to take your time. Like,
I do. And I've always been a very intentional person about my career. And I'm not an impulse decision maker when it comes to those things. And I also, regardless of what everybody thinks, I've been doing this a long time.
I just saw, like, it's funny because I just saw like a video, because I just typed your shit in on YouTube yesterday, and I saw like a clip on like the reels of you from like damn near like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
like I was like, dang, like it's crazy to think how long you were on TV.
I would cringe to watch that.
Because how long was that part of your journey?
I mean, I was
From
at Fox for 9 years. Over 9 years.
Before that, you were doing radio in Miami, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I started my career in Miami. So my first internship was in 2007.
Right.
So that's how long I've been working in this business, which is, almost 18 years. I mean, almost 20 years. So 18 years. I don't know. I've been doing too much math today, but a long time.
Yeah. It's interesting too, because I feel like I've gotten let go from places. And like you said, like I've had a few different experiences where I felt grief and I felt like sad. And then how am I going to get through this? And then, recently when I got let go from iHeart in 2020, I was like relieved. I was like, oh, nice. Now I could just do me.
Well, I think when you're really in the business, you at some point understand how the business works.
Right.
So, our business has become sort of this middle space. Like there's the entertainers, there's the athletes, there's the actors, and then there's the, for lack of a better term, journalists, because journalism is something that I hold sacred. But for the sake of this conversation, the journalists, the people that cover them, the pundits, the personalities, and then the fans, and all of the lines have kind of become blurred.
100%.
So people are interested in what their favorite personality, what their careers are. I mean, like people have their own platforms that have become cult followings in themselves. So I do get the interest in it. And it's, it's an honor really to have a community of people that follow you and, fans of your work, but it is a part of the business. Like it's cliche, but nothing lasts forever.
100%.
And, I'm very proud of the work that I put into the business, the amount of time that I've been able to be in the business. Like it's a privilege. It's a hard business to last in. And, I'm still here.
Are you still like? Do you still have the interest to try to do the sports thing, like on maybe in a major way, like on a major network?
Yeah, I mean, I think the network thing is interesting because the business has changed so much. So I don't want to speak too soon, but there's things happening. Well, when we have the ability to talk about what's next, we will. But yes, I will be in the sports space on a platform. I could do things now in the sports space, but I really want the next thing I do to be something that I'm really passionate about, something that really cuts through in the marketplace, and something that I've put like my own blood, sweat, and tears into. So yeah, in no way am I done in the sports space.
Right.
I'm in the transitional part of that space.
Yeah, I mean, in a world in which Skip Bayless is now on Gil's Arena talking football, like there's no rules anymore.
No, there are no rules. And that's, I was just having this conversation on a panel this past weekend about how much the business has changed. And I hesitate to tell everyone to start their own platform, because everybody is not going to have a successful podcast. Everyone is not going to have a successful digital show. Everyone is not going to be the biggest creator on the planet. Like, that's not how it works. However, it is part of the world we live in to create content. Whether everything, goes off and is viral or is the biggest hit really doesn't matter. You can no longer wait for somebody to come and give you the space that you want in the business, whatever it is, whether you are working PR, whether you work in social media, whether you are, a salesperson, like you have to create your own energy in the business. I mean, look at what's happening at these big networks. Like, we're in hell. These conglomerates coming together. It's so beyond our pay grade. Like, this shit is international fucking Illuminati shit. Like, you don't worry about that. Like, the people have spoken, and these microphones are moving the needle, and you have to be comfortable in that space. It is the Wild West. It is a different world, certainly a different world than I grew up in, certainly a different world than I came up in the business. But it is what it is. Like, you can't fight how the industry has changed. Think about how much shit has changed just from 2019 till now. Like, Zoom, digital shows, the ability to interview people who live on the other side of the planet, to do shows with people who are not in the same city. Like,
what's it like?
Everything's
the nightcap thing is like, You know, just I always tell people, I'm like, man, I don't know, the Zoom shit's kind of played, and then Shannon and Chad Ochocinco do the nightcap, and it goes crazy.
Of course,
and they're just on Zoom
because we're used to, as consumers, seeing that now, and kids don't watch TV.
Right.
They don't watch TV. They're not going to start watching TV.
Most people, like, I would say under 30 probably don't watch TV. Like, I'm on YouTube, like,
right.
Like even my news, like I'm like, you know, if I'll just look at the YouTube.
Our habits have changed,
right?
So because of that, where you consume things has changed also. And it's why every massive entity is trying to find a way to infiltrate this screen as well. So, you know, it's all very like inside baseball in some ways, but that's just what the future is.
Hey, we got to stop the interview to tell you about our good folks, Odd Socks, man. Now, these are the Odd Socks basics, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when I tell you, this is a product that every single day I'm alive for the last 5-6 years, I have used are these Odd Socks basics. Now, what Odd Socks is doing is they're kind of reinventing the sock game, if we're being honest, and the underwear game. You know, a lot of times you'll hit Walmart, you'll hit Target, you'll get some socks, you'll get some draws. They're affordable. They end up with holes in them. They don't really feel great. Not Odd Socks, ladies and gentlemen. These Odd Socks basics are the most comfortable socks I've ever had on my feet. Not only that, but they're super affordable. $14.99 for a 6-pack. That's it. Oddsocks.com. And if you don't believe me,
sock check, fool.
Sock check, fool. Wait, the X is on the other side. There we go. Ah! You see that? Sorry, you had to see those white legs. But it's so dope that, you know, I get to push a product that I use and that I love. So Odd Socks, they got the 6-pack of socks for $14.99 at oddsocks.com. The basics, this is the future of socks, the future of underwear, comfort and affordability. I'm talking about affordability without jeopardizing the quality, because they are the most comfortable socks you'll ever put on your feet, ladies and gents. And the et ceteras, gotta show love to the et ceteras. We like all the stripes on the flag. They're oddsocks.com, man. Much love to my brothers over there. Make sure you get some right now, oddsocks.com. Let's get back to the interview. I wanted to ask you, so a couple of years ago, maybe it was like a year and a half ago, this lawsuit thing comes out and your name's in it, and obviously you don't acknowledge it. Is that like when you go through something like that and you just see, because I know you have to see like the noise around your name online, even some of the people who maybe formerly worked at the network, like I know everyone's got a YouTube channel. Is that a hard thing to like, because you're an outspoken person who I'm sure just wants to defend themselves and be like, motherfucker, yes. Is that a hard thing to go through? And is that a hard thing to kind of like, just kind of let the world come to their own conclusions? Because you really didn't come out and speak about it while you were at the network.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to go through.
I can imagine.
I mean, yeah, it was
because you're not control, like you're letting the public kind of control your narrative at a certain point.
Yeah, but I've been in the business long enough and seen people go through things long enough to see every kind of mistake people make when they're in the middle of something.
Right.
And when you know the truth, it really helps you sleep at night, regardless of what people are saying about you. And of course, you know, when your name is being dragged and you're included in horrible conversations and people are saying wild ass shit about you, you want to defend yourself, but who are you going to win with? And for what? And people are going to believe what they want to believe at the end of the day anyway.
Right.
So for me, it was definitely very difficult to go through, but I had an amazing group of people around me, an amazing team, most of whom you know.
Yeah.
And you have to just stay grounded. And I'm glad I handled it the way that I did. I do not have any regrets about how it all went down from my end. So yeah, I wouldn't do it differently.
Was there anybody who, because I felt like, you know, I saw certain people speaking on it, like a Marcellus Wiley, who's got a YouTube channel. It feels like he's kind of turned into like a sports announcer gossip channel. But was there anybody whose relationship, like you like were surprised by, like, you know, because I feel like people are going to say what they're going to say. Did you lose any friendships? Or
For sure. And there's a list, and to be clear, it's not like cool. Just because I didn't say shit
Right.
does
You
not
saw
mean
it.
it's cool.
Just 'cause you didn't-
When everything happened, I did not look at anything. I did not go online. I did not read comments.
smart.
I did not watch videos. I did not consume shows. I've never been somebody who looks up or consumes anything throughout my career. When people hate on me, I'm not like, oh, let me read this article and see what somebody said.
Yeah.
I've never watched a second of any of these like YouTube
that
things.
subconsciously it gets to you. And
Unless somebody from my team has sent it to me, like, you need to see this.
Right.
How do you want to handle this? I have not gone to look for it. I don't consume it. It does get in your head, but it also, it enrages you to a point where you lose yourself. Regardless of what the situation is, whether you're guilty or not guilty, you're going to react the same because you're enraged by the inability to take control of the situation. And if you're an aspirational person at any point, you're probably also a control freak to some level. And that's all being challenged all at once, on top of it being a very emotional and hard thing to go through. So, yeah, there are people for sure are going to have to see me at some point. And I don't play fair. So we'll get there.
Yeah.
But I'm a slow kill. I always have been.
Right.
So 12 years from now, when I pop out the bushes, don't act surprised.
Right.
But it also, people are always like, oh, like, you got to forgive. Like, forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. Okay. Like, this is not consuming my life. I'm like,
yeah, you're not like driven by
my skin
revenge.
is clear.
Right.
I'm hydrated.
Right.
Like, I'm doing fine. It's, yeah, it's not like getting me out of bed in the morning.
Right.
I'm cool. But I do think it's important. It's so funny how like conversations that you have in life like come up again and again. Because I was just talking about this last night. I think it's important to let people know not to play with you.
And let them know where they stand with you too.
Yeah, because shit is not cool. And I'm actually, if you want to say whatever you want to say, cool. But what I think is interesting is happening now across the board, not just with me, like with everybody, is like people want to say shit. And then when someone says something back, they're like, oh, God,
Right.
what inspired this? Like, motherfucker, what are you talking about? Like in politics, in fucking sports and entertainment, like across the board, people pop off. And then when someone says something mean back, it's like, what did you think?
Right.
What kind of energy were you expecting? The energy you put out is the energy you're going to get back. Who taught you anything different?
Right.
It's wild to me. And it's not about canceling or people being sensitive. I say this all the time. We need to reintroduce hand-to-hand combat. We need more violence in the world, not less violence, just less deadly violence.
Yeah,
but
like,
there needs to be a time. Like there was a time where you would get the shit smacked out of you if you said
Right.
certain things. And you knew that. And you were either willing to take the risk or you shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And people just do not have that anxiety anymore. They have no anxiety about getting checked on any level.
It's the internet. It's like the safe space. People will say the craziest shit about you, and then you see them in person, and it's like
We need less safe spaces. Just do away with the safe
yeah. No, I mean like
spaces.
the way people talk online is insane. Like I saw something.
It is insane.
I saw something Laura Loomer said today about Jasmine Crockett, and it was the most racist, crazy shit I ever seen. And I was like, this bitch would not say this in person. This is crazy.
Of course not. But actually, in some ways, I think that they might because they know there's nothing that's going to happen to them.
Right.
They know that person is going to get sued or is going to get immediately
or
arrested.
Go ahead, hit me because I'll sue the fuck out of you.
Correct.
Right.
And it's like, that's such pussy ass shit.
It is.
We talk about this all the time in sports because you saw the other day the guy at the game who hit Lamar Jackson on the head. So I'm popping off about it immediately because I go from 0 to 1,000 when fans get involved with athletes. This is their workplace. You are here to observe. The second that you insert yourself in the game, these
You're out.
dickheads that run that streak across the field,
Right.
these people that touch the players, like if they remove your neck from your head, I don't care. You have introduced a physical interaction with a professional athlete. Whatever they want to do to you is what they want to do. And in my opinion, they should have free range. Like if you jump on the field and they fucking tackle you full speed and you are cooked, like that was the choice you made.
Yep.
You decided to enter this arena. It drives me insane. But people just do things and they have no consequences because none of us are saying everyone should just go out and kill each other. Of course not.
Of course.
But damn, like, could we just square up and get this over with?
Do you feel like for you, is there anybody on that list that if you see him, you're going to be like, yo, can I talk to you outside?
So, yes, there are definitely people that I will have conversations with. But the other part of it is, because there's consequences, it's like, what are the consequences for me? Because fuck the consequences for you.
Yeah, you don't want to jeopardize the bag. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to jeopardize your freedom. And
Listen,
like you said,
jail keeps me out of a lot of shit.
For sure.
I don't know how people go to jail. I'm going to tell you what. I'm not going to jail.
Been in jail twice. It is not great.
I have been inside several jails. I'm not inspired.
It is not good. I've only spent the night twice, but each time I was like, oh my God, get me the fuck out of here. I used a roll of toilet paper as a pillow in a holding cell with like 50 other guys.
No.
It was terrible.
I don't want no parts of that.
You don't want no part of that. Yeah, no.
You guys are lucky jail exists.
I saw you. First of all, I had drafted your nephew as a sleeper rookie tight end.
Oh,
he's on the Jets. How cool was that to be able to go and see him play his first game?
It was crazy. It's
because he went to Michigan, right?
No, he went to LSU.
LSU, that's right.
Yeah, he went to LSU. It was crazy. It's been, I don't know, what year did Jason retire? Oh my God, I'm getting old.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. But it's been that long, really. And both my nephews play college football. So watching them play college, brought that back. But now we're seeing him in the NFL at this stage. I forgot, like, oh shit, this is different. Like,
it was a crazy game.
You watched it with anxiety the whole time. Like, it is not an enjoyable experience. Like, it was exciting to see him come out and the game started. And I'm like, oh my God, my little baby. And he's like still a baby. He's 21 years old.
Crazy.
But then like the whole time I'm just worried. Like, and then the game's over.
It's such a crazy game. That was the Steelers Jets, right?
It was the Steelers Jets game. Yeah. No, they played well. But yeah, it was exciting and his first catch.
Yeah.
On a good drive. But it's really awesome to see that. And I mean, Jason is crushing it at University of Miami. He's the defensive line coach. They have like one of the best defensive lines in the country. And my nephew's there as well. Isaiah
All
Taylor.
I know about, because I'm not a big college guy, I just know that Pat McAfee just dived off of the fucking swimming pool.
I couldn't watch it. I am not somebody who's afraid of heights. But that swimming pool shit, no.
I watched it and I was so out of breath watching him run and climb up those ladders. Well, by the time he got to the top of that fucking thing, I was like, this guy's got to, I don't care how in shape you are. That dude had to be dying.
It's making me nauseous to think about it. I could not, I would be so fucking scared to jump off of that.
Yeah. Nuts. I'm a heights guy too. I can't do heights.
I'm not even scared of heights, but like, there's so many things that could go wrong when you're not a diver.
Yeah.
Like if you make one wrong move, what happens if you smack your face off the water? Which I recently did at my friend's bachelor party. Ooh. We had like a, to be fair, I was drinking, so it changed the situation.
What were you drinking? Buzz balls or something? What were you drinking?
Probably tequila.
Okay.
But we had like a riverboat thing, and I jumped off the top, and like mid jump, I was going the right way, like you're supposed to just like go in, and then I changed
your form mid jump,
just straight face planted. I thought I like gave myself a heart attack.
Oh yeah,
so I can't imagine
that shit feels like
jumping off of that.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck that. You already know, man. Want to give a shout out to Slap Woods for presenting the podcast. Only papers I smoke, man. Only leafs that we let fly around here on the Bootleg Kept podcast. We just did a crazy pool party with them too. That was insane out here in LA. So shout out to Slap Woods. When I tell you, man, quality, they smoke so good, and they're called Slap Woods because they slap. I know that's like their tagline, but it's also the truth. All right, so look, go follow them at Slapwoods. Make sure you hit their website, and if you're at your local smoke shop, if you're at your local store and you need some papers, get you some Slapwoods. I think pretty soon we are going to do this pretty soon. I want to do a giveaway with some Slapwood stuff. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be announcing it on the podcast. We're going to be sending out, obviously you got to be of age, sending out a good box of these goodies. Ooh, the sweet banana cigar wraps are fire. Slapwoods, man. Make sure you go show them some love. Slapwoods.com. Follow them on Instagram at Slapwoods. Let's get back to the podcast. I saw recently, I don't know if you have a relationship with her, but Molly Qerim had resigned out of nowhere, kind of.
Yeah.
Are you guys friends?
Yeah, we are. I don't know. I have no insight into what happens. I think Molly is.
I feel like if you and Molly did a pod like about sports, that might go fucking
some
crazy.
People have suggested.
I'm just saying. That's what I thought. I said, "Oh, if Joy and Molly Qerim did."
I love Molly. I think
it's like
Molly
the
is
best of both networks coming together.
She's great. She's done such a great job on that show, and having done that job, having been a moderator. Because some of you are new here, but I launched Undisputed with
100%.
Skip and Shannon. So I did that job for 2 years. And it is not an easy job. And it requires a lot of emotional intelligence, I will say. On top of being a great broadcaster and understanding this the nuance of the business, how to go to break, how to properly interrupt people to get to break, those type of things. She's just so good at that. I hate to see her go off that show because she's invaluable to how that works. I'm really interested to see who they replace her with, but she's one of the best in the business. Whatever she does next, she's going to do a great job at. But I hate to see her go because she's just so good at it.
Was moderating Undisputed initially? Did you ever feel like, because it kind of felt like once things kind of fell apart between Skip and Shannon, I guess I always watched and assumed that they were friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like what was the dynamic like from the beginning? Because obviously they're getting to know each other, and you're new to the situation. What was that like? Kind of getting everybody getting used to each other, and do you feel like it was a pretty quick thing where you realize, oh, they got something here, they got some chemistry, this is gonna work? Or
well, I think that time was it was just such a different time. The network was at a completely different place. The structure of the network was different. Shannon was coming in completely new to that kind of role.
For sure.
Skip is, leaving ESPN. It's this huge deal. He's walking
damn
away
near the whole
from
network
First
is
Take.
on his back, yeah.
Right. Well, Colin was there,
right.
but the big deal of him leaving First Take and leaving Stephen A. and what's Stephen A. going to do and what's Skip going to do. And the three of us had never worked together. I didn't know Skip. I don't know Shannon.
Right.
So it just was what we started with and what it became were just two completely different shows and dynamics and humans, really. But yeah, it was a big undertaking. It was a lot of practice on my part because I had also never done that role. I'd only ever worked as a personality.
Right, which is way different than being on. Yeah, way different.
And it was they were kind of worried about it. Skip particularly, he didn't know if I was going to be able to be quiet. He's are you going to? This is a hard job to do.
Right, you're going
to want to as someone coming from 4 hours of morning drive sports talk radio. Are you going to be able to do this? Because I know what I would want to do. And, there was a decision I had to make. This is a big opportunity. It's a network. I was already at the network, but, this is a big opportunity on the network. We're going to travel all over the country. There's going to be a big budget behind, marketing it. It's a big step up for me in my career. So I can, be strategic about what I'm doing at this point in my career. But it was a lot of getting to know him, getting to know Shannon, kind of how they interacted, what their little nuances were, what jokes to make when, it is a real balancing act. And at that time, that show was really the traditional debate format.
Right.
It's not, all of these shows have sort of morphed into panel shows now,
yes.
Which I prefer. I think it's much more consumable. But preface or not, that's what it was. It was do, back and forth, get the break. Very structured show. So it was a lot of learning on my part.
What was the one of the cool, because during those 2 years, I'm sure you guys went everywhere that was important, whether it's, wherever the finals are, or what was the coolest trip you got to go on and the coolest place you're able to broadcast? Or even just the funnest trip, where you're yo, when we went here, it was crazy.
I think the Mayweather McGregor fight was kind of the craziest. The most memorable, I guess, trip or moment for me in my career was doing the Super Bowl in Miami in 2019. Well, I guess it was 2020.
Yeah.
Before everything shut down with Colin. It was, the week Kobe died.
Oh man.
And it was just such a crazy, crazy time. But the McGregor Mayweather fight was insane. It was an insane spectacle. I mean, their both of their careers are and where they are now. Again, I think so much stuff happens that we forget what people were at these, certain points.
For sure.
I knew it was going to be a shit show because I went to the press conference at Staples.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the first one
I remember that, yeah.
was here in LA. So I went to the first one and we did a live stream from it. And I was I'd been to press conferences before. I'd been to a McGregor press conference before at UFC in New York when he had his first fight there. It was indescribable madness. There was. Did you go to it?
No, I did not. No, I wasn't living here. Well, no, I was living here at that time. I didn't go. No, I was on. I wasn't.
It was fucking chaos.
Yeah.
And then and there's just the fireworks and the place is packed with people. I mean, it's an opportunity for people. I think it was $1 to get in. So this is an opportunity for people to see McGregor and Mayweather. For sure. They're the people that won't be able to go to the fight. It's such a spectacle. The media is everywhere. The two of them are on stage with microphones, exchanging insults.
Right.
And I'm they have to do this in 6 more cities. This is going to devolve into complete madness. So which it did. And then we get to the fight. The McGregor fans are everywhere. Vegas for a fight weekend is always crazy, but
a bunch of drunk Irishmen.
Everywhere. And the city was shut down. It was so busy. And fight weekends are always crazy in Vegas, but that was a spectacle. And we didn't know what it was going to be because I don't want to say that was the start of these sort of exhibition. That might have been the start of what's going on right now. Yeah, I think it was the start of these exhibition fights. Yeah. And I mean, everyone had an opinion about it. Everyone was there. Everyone even the people who hated it were I have to see. I have to see what happens. So that was something so unique that I don't even know if we'll ever get again because McGregor and Mayweather are such unique personalities, and at the peak of their careers when it happened, we probably won't get something like that again.
Yeah, no, that was like you said. I think it kicked off for better or for worse. where we are right now.
This entertainment boxing world, yeah.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I guess you could look at it more people are watching boxing.
Well, it's not boxing,
but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but I'm sure more people probably watched. I mean, I think Netflix is such an accessible platform too. So it's the fact that so many people watched Canelo and Tank, or not Tank, Canelo and Bud. I don't know. I don't know if they would have had that many eyes on that fight had it been just a pay-per-view fight.
Yeah. And I think, God, I don't want to give the entertainment boxing credit for that, but maybe you're right. That was for any kind of boxing purist, which I'm not a boxing purist, but I do love boxing. That was a great fight. And you need great fighters who have the pedigree and the history to be able to market a fight like that. The entertainment boxing I get because it's entertainment, and any kind of entertainment, anything that people like watching, whether it's for me or not, I understand. And if there's people who have huge audiences, they're going to take advantage of that. But yeah, it's Netflix did a great job with that fight.
We were talking about your time on Undisputed. Do you hear from when what goes down and you end up leaving the network? Do you hear from Colin and Skip or any of these guys or Shannon? Do they reach out just to
Yeah, Colin and I are great friends still. I'm friends with a lot of people that I used to work with. Not everyone, obviously. But Colin is just the best. Colin is
he's really built a volume into a juggernaut, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Colin's the man. He's one of the most professional, just great, consistent people that I've ever worked with in the business. He cares about doing a good show and his family. That's it.
Was he pretty was it easy to kind of integrate yourself into that role on his show?
It was because I was the fill-in person for that show. So
you were already, that's true,
doing Undisputed, whenever his co-host was out, I would fill in with him. So we had already done a considerable amount of shows together, both on radio only and in studio. So it was pretty easy. Plus I had done radio for many years. So the radio format was easy for me. And Colin is just like, he's just very easy to work with. He is a huge prepper. He does 2 hours of prep before every show.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah. I can't do it. Like, I cannot talk through the entire show and then do the show again. The first version is going to be the better version. And he is almost like an actor in that he can like do the line with the same energy every single time. But he just really wants a well planned out show. So there was never really a lot of guessing. Like I never felt unprepared for what I needed to do because he doesn't like him and I would do like some personality stuff. Like, oh, like what'd you do this weekend? But it would be for like 30 seconds.
Right.
He doesn't want, 5 minutes of air where we're, discussing our favorite sandwiches or something, or, our hot dogs, a sandwich. He doesn't want that because he doesn't think that that's what people are coming to him for. And he wants the audience to get what they are coming to him for, which is sports talk in an entertaining way. So it was a hard challenge to do the show because the show is 3 hours and it is a big platform, but working with him is very easy because he's just always very prepared.
Want to give a shout out to our family at Rokin, man. Rokin, listen, I love these vapes. Rokin Cannabis, make sure you go shoot them a follow. I was in Austin, Texas, and I was off the Rokin in Texas, even though I'm not sure legally I was supposed to be off the Rokin in Texas. But look, you got to go follow them right now. Go to rokincannabis.com. Shoot them a follow on social media. You'll see it down below. They got the solventless rosin, pure. It will melt you in a good way, by the way. All right? So make sure you go shoot them a follow, man. And we only rock with the premium, the best. And when I tell you, Rokin is the best, they've been doing this for so long. And, man, the rosin... The solventless rosin, man, it hits. All right. So they got the disposables. They got the carts. Let's just open one of these up just so y'all can see. These carts are beautiful. All right. We got it open. He fast forwarded. All right. So this is the cart. And then obviously you got your disposable right here. Both of these incredible. Follow them and check them out. RokinCannabis.com. Talk to me about what's it like pivoting and being able to kind of like, because we always hear, I remember when Jamil Hill had gone through what she went through because she brought politics up. There was all this outrage, people ain't going to you for that. You've been pretty outspoken in terms of like just what's going on in the world, which I think I wouldn't call it outspoken. I would call it being a human.
Yeah.
But for you, like, because I feel like you would speak up about certain shit, like even like a kind of like even on the air, but like in like a real like. Like a wink kind of way. For you, like, how dope is it now where you're able to do, you have your own platform and you're just unapologetically yourself. You could talk about policy. You could talk about all this shit. Like, it's got to be dope.
Yeah, I think I've always been someone who knows what's going on in the world. And I'm not a practicing journalist.
Right.
But I have the proper traditional training as a journalist. I still think it's important to know the story before talking about it. So, caring about what's going on in the world or having an opinion about politics or social issues or whatever everyone's talking about has always been, part of who I am. But to your point, not having a platform, and I don't like to force things into platforms that they don't belong.
Right.
It's been great for me to be able to have too personal to talk about these things. I think some people are getting to know me a little bit better. The people that have always known me or have followed me for a really long time are not surprised. But yeah, I'm like a little more outside now. And
yeah, when you were telling the story about like, I think it was like an ex-boyfriend of yours that you were like taking care of.
Well, we've all been there.
No, that's a relatable. I feel like that was like super relatable. That's the kind of shit where like you're gonna have new fans and be like, oh yeah, she's like this the girl from the sports show, like.
Yeah. So that's an opportunity to tell those stories. And look, I'm 38 years old. I've lived some life, and
100%. But I think like you said, I think it's like people have become invested in like these personalities, even though they know them from like, Shannon Sharp's a perfect because people were so invested in what was going on with his personal life.
Yeah.
Even prior to the lawsuit, when he had the chick on the FaceTime, you know what I'm saying? Like, which was insane. But I feel like, there's Twitter pages that are literally just about like what's going on with like sports announcers' lives.
Yeah, I mean, we've become like, I don't know, it's like this cottage. We're almost like WWE characters or something.
Yes. That's
we're not just, and that's why I really harp on like I'm not a journalist, because I think journalists are like doctors or teachers or lawyers in that they have a certain obligation to society to be as unbiased as humanly possible and like tell the story. And in today's world, that is even more necessary than probably ever, because the story, we are in a post-truth society.
For sure.
So I came up in the business with the intention of being a personality. I always wanted to be someone who reacts to the story, not tells the story.
Makes sense.
But what's happening now is we are also the story.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, an unavoidable development of being a personality. But yeah, it's just a new world.
Do you get to the point where you become friends with any of these athletes and you're very, like, you kind of hold back a little if they have like a bad game or anything like that?
Of course. Everybody does. Anybody who says they're not doing that is lying. Liars. Lying. Not faking it, just the hard L word.
Like there's guys who like, you'll be like, yeah, that's the homie. I'm going to take it a little easier.
But I also don't go hard in a disrespectful way on people either.
Right.
Like
you've never done that where you're like shitting. I mean, like,
Like, I mean, if somebody is, I'm not going to say I've never gone hard on anybody, but for me, I always want to be able to face anybody that I speak about. So
like you're going to run into them eventually. You don't want them to look at you like, yo, you weren't fair.
Right.
Right.
Like if I run into our crackhead Secretary of Health, I'm going to tell him he's an unqualified crackhead.
Right.
Who should not be running the Department of Health.
Hey, Tylenol, man.
It's fucking insane. I'm sorry. You cannot be a retired crackhead and run the Department of Health. It's not.
I think he did heroin. To be fair, I think it was heroin.
I don't care what the fuck it is. He's unqualified, and I would happily tell him to his face he's unqualified. There's plenty of things I'm unqualified for, by the way. Jobs I would not take because I'm not qualified for them. But you will not catch me in a job I'm unqualified for. So yeah, if I say something about someone, I want to be able to say it to their face. It's just I wouldn't describe myself as the, perfectly principled person.
Right.
But I want to always be able to stand on that. So if I'm like not crushing someone the way that maybe I would if I didn't know them.
Right.
In contrast, if I don't know someone, I'm not going to be unfair to them either.
Who's like a friend of yours that you just like?
I can't reveal. I cannot reveal my sources. Okay, obviously, I'm never going to crush my nephew, right? Like
fair.
and I'm telling you now, I'm going to be nice to the Jets because my nephew plays for them. Like,
that makes sense.
And like, be mad at me. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Jets got something going.
I don't fucking care. Yeah. Like, I'm always going to be much more pleasant to the Jets.
See, that makes sense.
Than I have been in years past because my nephew plays for them, and that's it. And if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass. That's obviously.
Would it be hard for you to like sit in and hear like the opposite of what you're saying? Essentially, like somebody like Skip just being so harsh on like LeBron James. Like if
it was my family.
No, I'm saying for you, like when you were doing Undisputed, would it like it felt like a lot of times?
Oh yeah, there's been plenty of times where my co-hosts have said things I've adamantly disagreed with, and for whatever reason, I think people think that you just have this endless track, like where we're doing a show like this, where I can be like, whoa, like we don't have a time limit. Like let's get into this.
No, you got to get in and out of the segments.
I can't just like insert myself in every single thing, even if it's a format like Speak, where it is
your
all
show.
Of our shows. Yeah, like it just doesn't necessarily always work like that. But yeah, there's been plenty of times, and there's been times where my co-hosts have said something I've disagreed with, and I have confronted them immediately about it. But yeah, there's times where it's frustrating. It's also like, to me, like I said, I just come to it from a different perspective, and maybe it's because of my brother.
Right.
But I don't want to be the story. I don't want it to be, Joy Taylor has this beef with this athlete. Like, I'm a nerd.
Right.
I talk about what other people do for a living.
Right. Which is
that perspective is never going to leave me. I am not saving souls. I am not saving lives. I'm not bringing anybody to heaven, and I'm not sending anybody to hell. So what are we doing? Like, we're not digging ditches here. We're talking about sports. It's really not that serious. Like, we have to touch grass sometimes. And I think sometimes when the camera's on, people start to, the ego juices start flowing, start feeling a little saucy. And, you forget that we're talking about the 1% of the 1% of humans in the world. I was watching the Lions Ravens game. Like, these motherfuckers are so good at football. Like,
last night?
Those catches, I'm like, that's unbelievable.
Like,
there's just sometimes when they'll do shit, I'm like, that's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, last night was a good game.
That. They're going to cook the Ravens, and they're unbelievable, these athletes. The shit that they're able to do.
Do you play fantasy football?
Yeah, I fucking hate fantasy football. Like,
I love
fantasy football. I also fucking hate it. It pisses me off so much. Are you in
like more than one league?
I have 3 leagues.
Oh, you're fucking committed. You're in it.
I really try to only do 2, but I got sucked into another one this year, which I'm doing very terrible in. But yeah. Fantasy football it ruins my life every single year. It's such a fucking mood crusher.
We're a part of one like super serious league where everyone in it's just psychopaths. Mm-hmm. And usually I can only do that league because it's so much.
Yeah, I have one very serious league. I have one that I've been in for like 13 years.
I'm the commissioner, and like we'll have like we found out, we let our homie's wife in one year, and we found out they were colluding on the side with trades. He like admitted to me like, oh, I just parked a player on her bench.
Why would he do that?
Listen, I called a Zoom press conference with all of the members of the league and pretty much put his ass on trial and kicked him out on Zoom.
Why would he ever admit to that?
Yo, I was talking about...
Is this a money league?
Yes, but I called him and I said, yo, what's up with this? You just traded those 2 players last week to your wife and she's trading them back to you? What the fuck is going on? He's like, well, I just wanted to park her on her bench. I said, oh, buddy, I'm the commissioner. You can't. You just admitted to collusion.
You're gone.
I hit the group chat. I said, today, Zoom, noon, anybody who can make it. We have to vote on brand.
That's completely fair. You had to go. That's crazy. Our group chat is absolutely insane. I actually have a trade that I'm looking at right now. Let me see what you think about this.
And it's a 2-quarterback league we're in, so it's
you guys are nuts. I don't ever want to participate in that. I need running backs. I hate how long this app takes to load. Forget it.
Yeah, I mean the running backs are they're scarce right now.
I usually draft running backs first because
who'd you take, like Jamar Chase or somebody?
Well, I had the number 1 pick in. I think I had to take this league, the expensive league, I picked like 8th, which is the fucking worst.
I love 8th.
What?
Yeah, this year I was all about being late. But
yeah, I got Puka,
Puka.
who's doing well. Yeah,
good pick.
Yeah,
Puka's. I got Jamar Chase, so I don't know what the fuck Browning is going to do besides throw interceptions. But the
Bengals are.
That offensive line is atrocious. They should not have paid T. Higgins. They should have went and paid offensive linemen. But it's neither here nor there.
You got to start in the trenches.
Yeah, that is true. Your brother, one of the best, linemen of all time, Hall of Famer. Hey, we got to wrap up this interview. Another one presented by Hardin, baby. You already know what it is. Shout out to Hardin for presenting another episode of the Bootleg podcast. Don't forget, when you're in Vegas, you get in that taxi, you get in that Uber, say, take me to Hardin, the #1 cannabis dispensary in the world. Premium selection of the craziest gas you could ever ask for. And then they break down what all the terps mean. It's incredible. Go to Hardin_Las Vegas, shoot them a follow. And when you're in Las Vegas, make sure you shoot them a visit. Hey, don't forget to go to bootlegkev.com. We had to celebrate the 2-year anniversary of the most viral interview of all time. Throw the shirt up so you could see it. I turned it down. Shout out to that boy, Big Boogie, a big college in Jacksonville. And we just threw these on sale. Half off for the 500 episode tee. Bootlegkev.com. Go get you a shirt. Let's get back to the interview. For you, I just saw that I did not know this was a thing until like maybe a week ago. But I guess your old co-host started a podcast that's like kind of speak-ish. Acho and Shady.
Speakeasy.
Yeah. Do they try to get you to come with them to start that?
No, I was not included in the Speakeasy operation.
I just saw, I was like, oh, this is interesting.
But I'm glad for them. They wanted to, I don't know. I haven't talked to either one of them about it yet, but yeah, I mean, I guess that's
I heard
They
somebody.
wanted to start. I mean, it is like I still have because I've been doing this for so long, and because I haven't started my next thing yet. I have this like anxiety every day that I wake up with, like, oh my God, where do I put my sports takes? Like I have thoughts and I don't have anywhere to put them. So I'm still like practicing.
You got to put them in your fantasy football group chat.
Yeah, that's actually a good spot for it. They're going to get really tired of me pretty soon. But yeah, so it's, everyone has to start their own thing. Like that's what we've been talking about.
What are your thoughts on what happened with Jimmy Kimmel? Because obviously they say he's supposed to be back on tonight, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to speak thoroughly on things that I have not like head first taken a dive in.
Yeah.
But it seems as if this is all way above our pay grade. It is not as simple as them reacting to what he said about Charlie Kirk. This has to do with some FCC merger stuff, and it's not like a conspiracy thing. Like
no, it's out there.
100%.
It's 100% out there.
It is 100%. Because
the head of the FCC was talking that shit.
Yeah, I am not a conspiracy theory person. I think birds are spies for the government, but other than that, I don't subscribe to conspiracy theories. I don't have time for them. This is not a conspiracy theory. Like that is what all of this shit is about. And it's being packaged as a slap on the wrist for saying something about a podcaster.
Right.
That's not. They don't care about Charlie Kirk. They do not. That's not what this is about.
They're just trying to. Yeah.
So I don't want to speak I don't want to speak with too much intention and elaborate on it too much because I cannot properly explain it. But that is what's happening.
Let's have a fantasy draft where you get to draft a panel TV show. You're the executive producer. It could be former athletes. It could be pundits. It could be who are you? Give me a four-person show. If it were up to you, salaries, contractual issues, none of that is into account.
None of that matters. Okay, we have an unlimited budget.
Yes.
Okay, so and I'm not involved.
You could be. You could be on the show. You could be a moderator. You could be the executive producer.
I think it's easier if I'm not involved.
Okay, you're not involved.
I'm just the executive producer.
All right.
Or maybe we could just do like Mount Rushmore of.
Well, look, that'd be. Obviously,
So I gotta put Skip, Colin, and Stephen A. But if I'm like actually producing this show,
you gotta produce the show.
Yeah,
those three together.
I'm changing your question to Mount Rushmore. Yeah, like that's not a good show. The three of them together.
I'd break the TV.
Well, it doesn't work. Like they don't do the same things.
Right.
Like Colin did panel shows before, but like Colin is the best at like talking into a camera and like looking into your soul and talking 100%. About sports. 100%. I don't know. I have to give this some thought. I don't want to speak out of turn.
Is there an athlete that you feel like isn't on TV or hasn't given it a run that you're like, yo?
Well, I think when Micah is done with playing, Micah is going to be a great personality, and he's smart to have started that now because he's already a big personality. All the shit that happened with the Cowboys, like he's going to have an incredible career, and he is a personality. So like he's on sort of that like Gronk trajectory
for sure,
where he's going to be a personality after sports, and Gronk has done an amazing job. So I think Micah for sure. Draymond obviously is he's been in that space, but when he's done playing, like that's going to be an very easy transition to that, doing that full time, and he'll do a great job with that. I'm trying to think of somebody who like doesn't necessarily have already stepped into it.
That just got personality.
I think Paige is going to be amazing. Paige is a great personality. She's very funny. Angel obviously, but Angel has her show.
She has a podcast again.
Yeah. Somebody who doesn't. You know what? I think Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I saw him get caught on the hot mic last night.
Yeah. So I think he doesn't have a show, does he?
No. I mean, if he does, I'm not aware of it.
I think he's very smart. I think he'll do a great job if he wants to get into the media space also. I'm probably forgetting a bunch of guys, but yeah, there's what I love now about like the space that all athletes and like entertainment figures have, is that they can create their own stuff while they're still doing
For sure.
their career and like allow people into their personalities. I've always been an advocate of players and just young people diversifying their, business portfolios and being able to be active in different spaces. Like that old school mentality of, you can't do anything else other than this. Like if you're not locked in 100%, like that's stupid, obviously. And I think, Magic Johnson sort of started that, and
Right.
LeBron
He had the late night talk show.
Yeah, and like Magic is just like he's the pinnacle of an athlete turned successful businessman.
Entrepreneur.
Like,
yeah.
And just paved the way for that. And like LeBron has taken it to a whole nother level. And LeBron, I think, actually has done such an amazing job with it because nobody can question his commitment level.
Mm-hmm.
He takes impeccable care of his body, and for him to be able to have all of these business ventures and shows and movies and everything that he does and still be able to play at the level he's playing, it's like that's really shut everybody up. And now it's spilled over into college because of NIL. So I think it's great. Like I'm here for it. I think the more ways that people can make money, the more ways that people can express themselves, the more ways people can have their own voice.
Right.
Is better for everyone. I know a lot of like the traditional people in the business don't like it because it may take away some jobs, but like you got to get creative and move with the way things change.
Yeah, like I hear like some journalists on the hip hop side will talk shit about like, Fat Joe and Jadakiss or whoever because they feel like they're not journalists. I worked all, and I'm like, that's like you should be more entertaining. The world has changed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would rather watch Fat Joe and Jadakiss talk about Fat Joe's Diet Pepsi addiction while Jadakiss laughs uncontrollably on the couch than, hear about the 58 producers on one song and dice. Yeah.
Why can't there be both?
No, there should be both.
I'm just not a born hater. Like it's just not in my blood.
It's the hating.
It's not in my DNA.
Yeah.
So I don't default to somebody else is doing something and they're taking away from me. That is just not how my brain works.
Yeah.
If someone else has some success, I don't know what that has to do with me.
For sure.
Has nothing,
I agree.
It's nothing to do with me. I'm
happy.
happy for them. Love that. What the fuck does that have to do with me?
100%.
Nothing. So why can't there be journalists who do the journalist thing for people who want to consume that? And why can't we also have that show?
Right.
There's no correlation to you being minimized when someone else steps into the space. I had a Diet Coke addiction.
Oh, I love Diet Coke.
God, I had a Diet Coke. I had like 3 a day for a while.
Listen, I just went to lunch and I took 2 down.
I can't. Well, I don't. Now I really
I didn't
don't
get off the Diet Coke because
I just stopped. I just cold turkey stopped.
It's so good. I don't want regular Coke anymore.
On a can. Like the can?
The can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so now if I really want soda, it's like those little mini regular Coke cans.
So like a mini, not a Diet Coke?
No, I do like the regular Coke. But this was years ago. Like I don't really drink soda. I will crush the bubble waters though. Like I'll take down like 4 of those a day.
I love that aspartame, man.
So good.
I want all that cancer. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's why I stopped drinking it. Because I was like, I read an article. It was like, it turns into formaldehyde in your brain. I was like, that doesn't sound good. And I'm definitely drinking way too many of these. So,
let's talk. I saw that this fat fuck Whitlock called you the peanut butter Tupac. Did you see this?
Who? King of the Worm Boys?
This slob of a human being, the king of the BB Dubs.
Sir Snacks a lot.
Sir Snacks. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Fucking cholesterol, fucking Gotti right there. But yeah,
he's such a pig.
Peanut butter Tupac is what he called you.
It's actually not bad.
It's not terrible.
It's not bad.
You could. I mean, honestly, not a bad. Tupac's great, obviously.
I just wonder if he can come up with anything that doesn't involve food.
Yeah.
I challenge him.
Yeah. Actually, was my bachelor party weekend. I was in Vegas. And this was around the time of him shitting on Kaepernick. And when he like started to go like, I don't know, whatever the fuck, magged out or whatever. And he was playing craps and I'm fucked up. And I'm walking
I love craps.
Listen, I'm walking past the craps table, me and my boys. And I stopped and I said, is that fat motherfucker Jason Whitlock? And he turns around and I just get on my knee. And I'm like, we stand with Colin Kaepernick, you fat fuck. And he turned around and he tried to like, I felt bad because he actually tried to talk to me and like introduce himself to me. And I was like, fuck you.
I felt bad.
No, I felt bad because like he turned around and was like, "Hey, man, you want? It's good to meet you. You want to talk? What's your issue with me?" And I was like, "Yo, fuck you." And I would just, it was so funny.
That's all he deserves. Don't feel
All
bad
of my
about
boys
that.
were, yeah. It's we always have that story, and my homie's got it on tape. Actually, he's got it on, like of me like yelling at Jason Whitlock. I think it was at the MGM Grand.
I did not see him say this because I have never consumed any of his content. I know people don't believe that because I obviously have heard this because his legion of incels.
He has like fans?
I guess he does
Oh.
because they're in my comments. All these non-pussy getting losers are, instead of out talking to human beings,
That's
are
funny.
in the comments talking about snack-related insults. So I haven't seen it, but I've heard, obviously, of Peanut Butter Tupac, and I think it's actually... It might be his best work ever, considering that his career is a disaster.
Whole career-wise, yeah. I
He's
agree.
like if Uncle Ruckus and Jabba the Hutt had an illegitimate child
That's fucking heat right there.
who
Yo,
only ate like cheese puffs and asparagus every day.
I gotta play you something. I have an Uncle Ruckus radio drop. My friend, his sister wrote on the
God, what that show would do if it was on now?
Listen.
Heat, right? Heat. Bring that back.
It's so. First of all, it would. I don't even know what they would do because it is so crazy. But is this my Uncle Ruckus?
Hey, America, this here Uncle Ruckus, no relation. And even though he dress and sound like a darky, you are listening to the greatest white man. Oh, Lord, he smell like furniture polish and lemon zest. God bless his white skin. It's Bootleg Kev.
Yo, when I got that shit, I was like, I could never play it on the radio though, because it's like, you know, you got to kind of
You have to understand the context.
Yeah, so it's like if you're just like some mom in the car with their kids, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
His white skin is nuts. Oh,
We got to bring back the Boondocks.
God, we need that show. We need it.
I just was watching with my son, who's 11, so probably not the most appropriate watch, but we always tell him
raise a child in the way
he
you
looks
should
like
go.
He looks like Riley. So we're always telling him like, I'm like, you look like this kid on this Boondock. So I threw on an episode while we were eating dinner, and it was the Usher episode where the Usher takes Tom's wife. You know what I'm saying? And then a pimp named Slickback has to like talk him into slapping his girl, and he's like, no, now slap the bitch, Tom.
That show's insane.
He said, I know where all my bitches at, Tom.
What is it? What does he say? All I'm saying is Ronald Reagan is the devil.
Yeah, such a good show. All right, so obviously, Too Personal comes out. Is it Thursdays?
Yeah, Thursdays, Too Personal show on social media. Subscribe on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts.
And you've already started to work out the next thing.
Yeah. I'll have an announcement soon. But I'm not out of the sports space. I'm just taking my time. And honestly, guys,
Take some time to yourself.
I've been doing this a long time. I'm like, it's nice to kind of like watch games and not like immediately start working on
Well, you get to
my
relax.
takes for the
Yeah.
next day. And it's been nice to be able to travel a little bit. It's like spend real time with my family. My whole family's on the East Coast, so it's been cool to like chill with my mom.
Right.
You know, shit like that. Just shit I haven't been able to do.
I mean, you like
because-
it's a full-time 5-day a week. Like,
yeah, I've been doing
grind.
5 days a week for 9 years.
I mean, before that, you were doing mornings
And
too.
before that I was doing 5 days a week. So, and not like the digital 5 days a week, like in person in studio.
Yeah, I don't think people understand when you do a radio show at a radio station, you're in that motherfucker. Like, it ain't like you could just pre-record it and like. I mean, I do that every day now. But
Well, but that's a
back
different
then-
that's a different thing. Yeah, like when you're doing a live show and you're in studio, you're in fucking studio.
but especially like sports talk.
Yeah.
it's a live
and listen,
medium.
a blessing. It was an incredible chapter in my career. Most of my 30s I spent in that building. So it's just it's just a transitional time for me, and I'm grateful for it actually. Like I'm learning a lot of things about myself, a lot of things in business. I've been able to like take a deep breath, you know?
Yeah, I saw you. Were you at the EYL the Invest Fest?
Mhm. Yeah.
That looked super dope.
They do such a great job with that.
For sure.
You know what I love about InvestFest? I feel very passionate about this, and I've talked about this a lot on shows, especially when it came to NIL, which was the panel that I did at InvestFest this year. That, I don't know how you grew up, but like I, despite what everyone thinks, did not grow up with money. and I had no financial education. And if you didn't grow up with money or you didn't grow up with financial education, even if you grew up in a steady home, if you don't understand money, if you don't understand credit, if you don't understand real estate, if you don't understand investments, the stock market, you have to teach yourself all that. And like, where do you go to get that information? Like, it's taken me a long time to learn all of that stuff. I'm still learning. So what I love about InvestVest and really what the EYL guys, Rashad and Troy, do is like make financial literacy accessible and digestible.
And like you said, digestible.
And so InvestFest is just like a space. The energy there is like everyone's there because they want to learn something and just like better their lives. Right. Everyone's not trying to be a billionaire. Like some people are just trying to figure out, how do I like properly get investors to scale my business? How do I, use AI to make my business run more efficiently? Just information. So it's cool because there's so much shit going on. Everyone's so fucking mean. Yeah, it's crazy. And name calling bullshit, fat fuck loser incels. Everything is just rah all the time. You can't take Tylenol. Women need to get back in the fucking kitchen. Every immigrant leave. Everything is just like this constant bombardment of like shit. Blah. So it's cool to just have a space where
unplug from the craziness.
Yeah, and like let's talk about how to make our lives better and like leave something for our kids and create some generational wealth and be able to keep our home and buy a new car. Like that, I think is like nice. And I'm really just proud of like what they built. It's a cool weekend.
No, I think it's super dope. Well, listen, you are got an announcement coming hopefully sooner than later. Yeah. As we wait, as it builds up the anticipation to where Joy Taylor is going to be next.
You will like it. You will like the announcement.
Nice. Would you be working with anybody you used to work with?
Maybe. I don't want to give too much away.
Feels like a Gil's Arena play to me.
Oh, I love Gil.
Could be wrong. Could be, I don't know. But listen, appreciate you coming through, Joy. Go watch her podcast every Thursday.
Yes.
Noon?
Noon on Thursdays. Noon Eastern on Thursdays.
Too personal. Joy
you got to pull up to the podcast.
Please. Where you film it out here, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in. Let's go. Okay. There it is, Joy Taylor.
Thanks for having me.
Boom. Fire.